Triage Hour. Lydia, are you joining us?
I am here.
Hello.
Just trying to get my other camera to work.
Sure. And in this bug triage hour, how does it usually look? Is it just sort of looking at fabricated tickets and seeing how to improve descriptions or add more complete information?
Yes. So for those of you, hi everyone. For those of you who have never been to a bug triage hour as part of the XSX days, the idea is anyone can bring tickets they care about, and we will look at them together and improve the description, clarify it, figure out if there's anything we can do to move them forward.
And so today, because we have it listed as, I think, because watch list and recent changes is something that the Wikidata for Wikimedia Projects team is working on. That's the focus we had. But in this hour, any ticket can be worked on. It doesn't have to be specific to watch list and recent changes. Great.
So does anyone have a ticket we should be looking at together?
Should I keep sharing my screen or should I move it to Fabricator?
No, I think you can stop sharing and I will share when we have a ticket to look at. Jan is looking for one. Okay.
Love that.
Jan, you can also try to explain what you're looking for. Maybe we can find it together.
Yes. So the one I was looking for is where it, in my watch list on Swedish Wikipedia, when I choose to see Wikidata edits, I see edits that are not affecting the article.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just an epic, or is there a specific one for that?
That is a very good point. Let's try to have a look. Let me share my screen. All right. So there's a specific board now for watches and recent changes, Wikidata integration. Let's find the... Yeah, change dispatching and watch list it's called. And as you can see, let's look at the link you're sharing. Yeah, that is the very big, make everything better. Epic. But I'm pretty sure we have something for showing changes you do not care about in your article as well. But before we search for that, let's maybe dig a bit into what the specific situation is. So in the past, we've done a lot of work to make the change tracking more specific. So let's say when your article uses only one statement from an item and something else changed in the item, like the label, then we eliminated a lot of cases where we would still be notified about the label change that you maybe don't care about because it's not used in your article. There is, however, the case, because of how the system is built, where the Lua module on the Wikipedia, for example, uses the whole item instead of just asking for a specific statement or label and so on. And also, if the article is using a ton of data from the item, then for performance and scalability reasons, we treat the whole item as used, even if not the whole item is used. And this information is then used to show you stuff in the watch list. So the first thing we probably need to track down is which of those cases is it on Swedish Wikipedia? Is it the module that needs to be improved, a Lua module? Is the article just using a lot of data or is there more? And do you maybe by chance have an example?
Is the clue if it uses a lot, if it is like in the site page info page, it says some links are being used?
Yeah, let's
I think that's the problem then.
Yeah, let's look at an example. Douglas Adams on English Wikipedia, maybe.
Can
see.
Look in the bottom here.
Southport Telescope is probably better. Let's look at Southport Telescope. So we go to page information here in the sidebar. And then if we scroll down on that page, for everyone who hasn't seen that yet, you can see Wikidata entities used on this page. So that shows you all the different items and properties that are used there. And sometimes you will find here MISC and some statements. And I think in the some statement case, but Lucas, maybe you can confirm or deny that's the case where we show you everything, right? We have.
I think so, yeah.
That seems likely. I put in an example in the chat there that is having a much fewer things shown, but it has the some statements, and that one shows up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it's using the site links, some statements, the title, and the Swedish description. Yeah. So yeah, my assumption is that the some statements is what's triggering the let's notify you about everything from this item.
Yes, someone added a new identifier, which is not used in the article, and then it shows in the watch list. Okay.
Yeah. Now, the interesting question is, why is it doing that? Is it using actually so much data? Is it the whole info box here? Let's see. Source.
I think so.
Oh no, that's not that much. There's a lot to locally here. Is there
Might
something?
be the authority data box there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And also the module here for the biography info box, it might be that it's checking for the data in Wikidata against the local data. English Wikipedia is doing that, for example, and then it would still be counted, right? Because you're.
I don't think this one does, because we have a separate for the Wikidata biographies.
Okay. Okay.
So this one is
totally. Then it's probably the authority control data here.
Yeah.
There's also the Commons cat, which is probably getting stuff from Wikidata. Yeah. Yeah, so I would start maybe having a look at that module if it is using the whole item and if it can be optimized to be more specific.
Check.
But regardless, it might be the case that this is reaching the limit where we say, okay, now we have to treat the whole item as used, simply for performance reasons and scalability reasons. Regardless, if Hatu and team, maybe this is something you can keep in mind also for the future work on turning on the watchlist integration by default.
Yeah, I just wrote this down, and I'm really glad this came up because it was mentioned in our user interview, but we didn't have like a module or example for it. It was just, people being unhappy. So this is really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, and Danny, that description sounds good. Let's look at it. Enter usage from get site links. I think this was the one you fixed, right? Where you, yeah.
Yeah, this is different. But then someone complained again that they still have the issue, but I think that's what we're discussing right now.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I think with solving this, we've eliminated a part of the problem, but not everything yet. So yeah, this particular thing is solved, and maybe we can actually close this, or is there a reason to keep this open now, right?
No, we left it open because we hadn't fixed the problem that we're discussing now.
Yeah, okay. So this ticket is very specific, and I think you fixed that part of it, but there's more. So I'm gonna close this one. Settling part of this is fixed, but there are other factors still contributing to the issue that we will need to fix. All right. Cool. Is there any other ticket mentioned here for the remaining issues? No. Let's see if there's something here. Jan is asking what's the limit there. I am not sure. Lucas or anyone else, do you know?
I don't remember either. It's somewhere in the config.
Still looking for a ticket for.
I think the default limit is 10 statements.
That seems very low.
Yeah, it's way too low.
Sorry, I'm still looking for one for the rest because I was pretty sure we have something there, but so far I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, okay. It looks like there is none. So maybe we create one to investigate this a bit more. Okay. Then where's my magic new ticket link? There. So investigate current limits for collapsing entity usage. When an article uses a lot of from an item, then we Oops. That's usage tracking to track the whole item. This sometimes leads to changes showing up in the watch list that are not actually affecting the article. We should look into what the limit is and if we can move the situation further. Okay, then let me add the example. When we consider and I'm gonna subscribe you. Yeah, do we have any other information?
Lydia, could you please add our team as well? That's okay. Thank you.
Don't you get automatically added to the change dispatching?
I'm not sure.
Okay. This one, right? The first one?
I can't see what's happening on your screen anymore.
Oh no.
Wait. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah.
Weird. Okay. Then we can see. Here's the ticket. Jan, do you want to talk about the Swedish summaries?
I
What's
could
happening?
quickly share my screen if.
Go for it. I'm gonna stop sharing mine.
See. Now, tired. So I have it in English, but these things, added reference for statement and site link was removed, created statement, are still in Swedish. But diff and hist is in English.
Yeah. Your interface language is in English, but you're on Swedish Wikipedia. Yeah.
I'm on Swedish Wikipedia, yes. And I wanted to share the screen for another reason. So I was just in and changing my interface language to English. And that's when I spotted this.
Okay. All right. What was the other thing you wanted to show?
I forgot it now.
Brilliant. Very good. Nice. I assume there's some caching reasons going on or some performance reasons going on for the language, but I'm not sure. Also, good question. And I don't think I've seen tickets for that yet, but let me share my screen again. Nothing for translation. Language. No. Else could it be under? Yeah, okay. Nothing for that either. I'm a bit conflicted about if this should be considered part of the content and therefore in Swedish, or part of the interface and therefore in English in this case.
I would kind of vote for interface, maybe.
But like if you're like non-Wikidata changes, right? The edit summaries are in Swedish on Swedish Wikipedia because people read them in Swedish.
Yeah. But then the place you need to go to take action is in a language that maybe you don't understand.
It's interesting, though, that when I look at the diff on Wikidata, and I have this on Wikidata, I use English, then of course it's in English.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if it pulls in my language from Wikidata to the watch list. Let's reload.
I feel like for Wikidata it's different because most of the edit summaries are intentionally automated so they can be translated. Whereas on the specific language Wikipedias and so on, because at the end you would have a mix of English and Swedish edit summaries done in your watch list, right? That also seems weird.
Yeah, I guess, unless my current filter, I only had Wikidata edits.
Right. But like in your normal watch list situation, right? You probably wouldn't filter it just for that.
But I do get in Swedish it says created statement, skapade påstående, and then I get a label of the statement in English and the value of the statement in English.
Okay.
Well, let me show you again. So
yeah.
So you see on this line, I have. Zooming and clicking at the same time. Where did it go? Here we go. So here it says created statement, and then we have instance of big city instead of instance of storstad.
Yeah.
So I get a mix in the thing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is this the work Ifatu, you and the team have been doing to add the labels? Because this shouldn't be there yet, no?
It's not us. Yeah, exactly. So I'm wondering what this is.
Is it maybe a gadget?
I'm wondering what those icons are next to it. Yes, and that makes me wonder if it's a gadget. Yeah, like that.
This item, this is one of my, this little icon.
The team has been working on actually showing you the labels, because if by default, like so far, it should only actually show you the ID and not the label.
Yeah.
So if I go to and safe mode equals 1, we should
maybe that
move all my stuff.
Yeah, back to normal, it seems.
Yes,
Only
exactly.
just a property.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this probably some either your user script or site-wide
Yeah.
thing that's
I
finished?
think it's my user scripts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
just for me, at least. No, I haven't created it.
But that's a good thing to test then, maybe, or with the changes the team has made, how they behave across cases, like in a case where you have a different interface language from your content language, so that it doesn't turn out to be this mix of
Yeah. I'm
content.
gonna write that down because the ticket that we're working on now is about like the multilingualism, and this is a very good case for that. So thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jan.
You're welcome.
Bodhi, you're saying external identifier hub in the sidebar is in English always, even if the interface language is different. Which external identifier hub are you talking about? That also sounds like a special thing. Do you want to talk about it or share your screen or send an example? Your audio is unfortunately very bad.
This hub. Can you see it?
But thank you. Cool. Yes. That looks like a special customization on Bengali wiki source.
No, I guess not. It is available in all wikis. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah. I understand that you have something that does this on different projects, but that is a user script or gadget or something like it. That's not something we have in Wikibase by default.
Okay, I'll check.
I am. Mahir is posting maxlad/hub.js. That sounds plausible on Meta. Yeah. So that might be a gadget or user script from Maxime. And I think it would need to be fixed there, which content language it uses. Cool. We are, I think, also at time.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But thank you so much, everyone. And if you have more tickets, we should look at send them to Ifatu, Danny, or me, and we can see what's up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, hello. I actually thought we had another 30 minutes to go before our Wiktionary session started.
Oh, but it said only 30 minutes though.
Yeah.
And that we have a break.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, we can go on. But
Maybe I have it written wrong on Meta. Let me check. But since
the events page definitely says only 30 minutes.
oh, my mistake. I'm so sorry. Because the next session is not planned until 1 p.m. or 11 UTC with Wiktionary, so it might not be ready yet.
Okay.
No. We shouldn't start early. That's totally fine. Yeah, if people have more, we can look at more.
And it might also be good to have a lunch break, because after that we don't have a break.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yep. Then maybe we just take a break here. Oh,
yeah.
Maybe there's more tickets.
No, just a related question. I think we looked at the sum statements, and I'm wondering if this is the same where it says miscellaneous in the bottom there using.
It's not quite the same, but the difference is magical. Let me try to find out what the difference was.
I mean, sort of from my user perspective, I get added alias to a language which is not used there.
So technically this translates to the other aspect, I think. Usage flag indicating that some aspect of the entity was used, which is not covered by any other specific usage flag. This would be the case when getting aliases of an entity or checking for its existence. Okay, this is very much not helpful. How about we create a ticket to make this better? Yeah, let me share my screen again. We're gonna make a ticket for that.
Wait, how is a page that doesn't even exist? How does it have any entity usage? Confused.
What do you mean, a page that doesn't exist?
The page is a red link for the one that. Wait.
No, but the discussion.
Oh no, the discussion page exists. I got confused. Okay. Sorry. Also, apparently, I sent a smiley face to this chat somehow, and I have no idea how. Pitsy.
I think it happens when you do a reaction.
I didn't want to do a reaction either, but it must have been some CTO shortcut. Anyway. Yeah, so other apparently means, I guess we assumed that alias would be unused, and that's why it got folded into other, and now people are actually using aliases, and it gets tracked badly.
Yeah. All right, let's make a ticket to make this information more usable. So make usage tracking information on page info page more understandable. As an editor, I want to understand how Wikidata data is used in my article in order to track down issues. I can do this on the page info page of the article, such as no. problem. Description of the different usage aspects is not Jan, do you by chance have the one from earlier again where we saw the different ones also, not just the where it had some statements as well?
Yes, give me a sec. This was the one we had before, but that one doesn't have the MISC.
Settings, yeah. But you had another one before that even, no? Oh, the South Pole Telescope we looked at.
Yes.
No, not permanent link. Page info. Yeah, here. I think this is good. There you go. And that info is also shown. No. When I edit it, identity use on this page. Yeah, this is equally helpful. Let's add that as well. All right. Anything else that's missing here that we should add? Other things we should look at? All right, very good. Anyone else? And I see that Bodhi found the script, so that's also solved fully. Nice. All right. Then I would say let's have a break before we continue with amazing Wiktionary stuff from here.
Great. Thank you so much, Lydia. Yes, in about 20 minutes, we'll come back for the next session with me here on Lexical Graphical Data and Wiktionary. See you soon.
See you.